This is an expression automation pedal that I built on the basis of an Arduino, and I call it the Endless. It allows to send an expression output signal to, for example, a synthesizer that has an expression input, and it also closes the loop that I can use in other pedals. For example, this freeze pedal usually requires me to put my foot on this one here. I put another input here that activates this foot pedal, so automatically when I hit this pedal, it sends the automation, the expression automation out of this output, and it also closes the loop for the freeze pedal out of this output. In addition to that, I have a couple of potentiometers here to adjust parameters. I have a display, and I also have a clock signal input, PPQN. Then I have a 5 to 12 volt DC input and a USB input in case I ever want to alter the code on the Arduino. With the mode selector, I can go through the different line items here. In the first line, I can specify if I want to synchronize or if I want to manually set the beat per minute. If I set it to manually, it says beats per minute, and then this one here can actually specify the beats per minute. The second value next to the beats per minute is the milliseconds between each beat, and then I have a multiplier here for how many oscillation events per beat per minute the oscillation should occur. At the moment it's set to 1. I can set that to 0.5, which means an oscillation per 2 beats, or then multiplied by 2, 3 or 4 oscillations per beats per minute. In the next line, I can specify the shape of the envelope. It has a tiny V at the front, so it shows that this now specifies the vertical shape, so the height of the oscillation. This one on the left now specifies the minimum height. This one specifies the maximum height. And on the right, this specifies the tiny lines on the right and left, which is basically when I let go of the pedal, where the oscillation stays at what height. If I select the next line, we have a little H at the very beginning, so we shape the horizontal shape of the oscillation pattern. With this one, we specify the attack. This is the hold. And then this is the decay. In the next line, I still have an empty line. I could work on something like a pattern where I want to have an irregular appearance of oscillation. At the moment, it's still empty. Back to this, as soon as I set it to synchronize, it can receive a pulse signal here, which I'm providing with the Missing Link. If I plug this in here, it will immediately receive tempo signal. Let's say I change the tempo, it will receive the tempo information in real time. As soon as I activate the foot pedal, it shows a frame around the screen to confirm that it's running. And while it's running, I can still vary the parameters.